All right. All right, all right. I'll give you another memory. This one was actually pretty scarring to me. Is that I had a rough childhood. I had a rough childhood, right? And some of the outlets that I saw were music and dance, and I was a cellist early on at my elementary school, right? And we were going to do Canon in D. Um, and it failed. We failed significantly. So let's go through this. So basically, what happened was because I was the cellist, the single cellist, I was the only cellist in the orchestra. And the entire orchestra relied on me to keep time for them because these were elementary school kids. We were all elementary school kids looking for direction, and they were not looking up to the conductor to pace the time of this song. And so, because I got pulled out, which I will get into, I will get into that deeper about like this particular experience, but I watched the whole thing fall apart. Like, because they pulled me. They pulled me from this performance. Not this one, not the one that we're looking at right now. I'm just giving you an example, right? I got Sally right next to me. She's sleepy. She's cuddling. All right, let's go. Okay, so this is an arrangement of the song. What I did was not nearly as complicated as what he's doing right now. But basically, what happened is they were penalizing me for falling behind in other subjects of study. And so they decided to pull me from that performance, and they placed me at a table in the multi purpose room where they were having the performance and have me do catch up work on my papers. This was like fifth or sixth grade. I think it was sixth grade. And the other students were filing into the multi-purpose room to watch the performance because it was a big event, right? And I was not there as cellist, and they were publicly humiliating me in front of all of my peers. um I don't like you can't do that to kids, right? And I'll get into that further too. Okay, so you can see how large of an instrument a cello is, right? I had a 3/4 size, I think, at this point. But you, as a person, have to carry it, right? And transport it to and from the location, right? So I had to, as a small child, transport a large instrument on a school bus twice a week because we only had music twice a week. We had it on Wednesdays and Fridays. I had to do the physical effort of getting it to and from school, right? And then I was excluded from this Christmas concert that we were going to do, the winter concert, if you will, because I think, they decided, not to call it Christmas anymore. But what happened is basically I came home after this happened to me that I was publicly humiliated in front of my peers at a very young age. I came home carrying my heavy ass cello because I thought I was going to play that day. And when mom asked me what happened, because she was teaching at the time, and she taught up in LA and we lived in Orange County. I told her what happened and she lost her shit, you guys. She wrote the most scathing letter to not only the principal, my teachers, and the superintendent of the district of um, the fact that they did this to me, right? And that music isn't a field of study as well. Like, why would you take that away from her and subtract it from like everything else that she's doing, right? Like, she lost her shit. And I love that because that's when I learned to write. Um, that's when I learned how to write letters. That was like my first experience in activism was watching that unfold because it was my first experience of being personally penalized by a system that failed children. That was so sad and hilarious at the same time. And then I got called in to a private meeting with my teacher who tried to gaslight me and tell me that my memory was not correct, that I did not remember how those events unfolded correctly. And I'm like, no, I have a picture perfect memory of what transpired. Like, you literally sat me at a table, you made me do homework, you took me off the orchestra, and you filed everybody else into that multi-purpose room to watch them fail at performing Canon in D. She tried to make it like, well, I don't think you quite remember that correctly. Oh, really? Oh, really? Really, Miss Velarde? Okay. Ah. Life revisited when you're falling down in your 50s. Okay. So anyway, that's as much as I'll give you so I don't get a copyright strike like you two's been doing to me. Um, I've tried several times now to load my YouTube video. Let's see where we go with that.